Serafina lived in a world of shimmering gold. Her days were filled with charity luncheons, designer boutiques, and vacations on private islands. Her nights sparkled with gala dinners and opera openings. Life was a delicate waltz, a graceful glide through a world crafted for her pleasure. Yet, behind the glittering facade, Serafina yearned for something more. Her heart, a restless butterfly, fluttered against the gilded cage of her existence. She longed for authenticity, for a love that saw beyond the dazzling veneer of wealth. One day, while strolling through the park, her sapphire eyes fell upon a man sketching by the fountain. He wore faded jeans and a well-worn shirt, his brow furrowed in concentration. His hands, calloused but sure, brought life to the charcoal lines. Intrigued, Serafina found herself drawn to him, an inexplicable pull towards the unknown. As she approached, he looked up, his eyes, the color of warm honey, meeting hers with a disarming smile. Elias lived a life far removed from Serafina's world. Every day was a testament to his resilience, a struggle to make ends meet. He worked long hours at the local diner, the smell of coffee and greasy spoons clinging to his clothes like a second skin. At night he retreated to his tiny apartment, a cramped space filled with the echoes of his dreams. Despite the hardships, Elias held on to his art. It was his solace, his escape, a way to translate the beauty and pain of the world onto canvas. He poured his heart and soul into each stroke, his integrity and spirit radiating from every piece. He had learned to find joy in simple things, the laughter of children playing, the warmth of the sun on his face, the satisfaction of a hard day's work. He carried himself with quiet dignity, his spirit unbroken by the weight of the world. When he saw Serafina approaching, he saw not the wealth that clung to her like a second skin, but the unspoken longing in her eyes. Her presence, a breath of perfumed air in his simple world, both intrigued and unsettled him. Their first encounter was brief, a casual exchange of words by the fountain. Serafina, captivated by Elias's quiet intensity, found herself returning day after day. They spoke of art, of dreams, of life viewed through contrasting lenses. Elias, initially wary, found himself drawn to Serafina's genuine curiosity. She possessed a warmth, a vulnerability that lay hidden beneath her sophisticated facade. He saw past the designer labels and expensive perfume, recognizing a kindred spirit, a soul yearning for connection. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, bridging the chasm of their disparate worlds. They discovered a shared love for poetry, a mutual appreciation for the raw beauty of the city. Each meeting deepened their bond, transforming initial curiosity into something akin to fascination. Yet the stark reality of their circumstances loomed large, casting a shadow over their burgeoning connection. Whispers followed Serafina, whispers of scandal and disapproval. Society with its rigid rules and expectations threatened to tear them apart. Serafina's world buzzed with disapproval. Her friends, their faces etched with concern, cautioned her against the dangers of associating with someone like Elias. Her parents, their voices laced with disappointment, urged her to end the relationship before it escalated further. But Serafina, for the first time in her life, felt truly alive. Elias, with his quiet strength and genuine affection, had awakened something deep within her. She refused to let societal pressures dictate her heart. Elias, too, faced opposition. His friends, their faces hardened by years of struggle, warned him against the heartbreak that awaited him. They saw Serafina's world as a gilded cage, a place where he would never truly belong. Torn between love and loyalty, Elias found himself at a crossroads. He recognized the validity of their concerns, the vast differences that separated him from Serafina. Yet the thought of losing her, of relinquishing the happiness he'd found in her presence, was unbearable. Section 5. A Night of Understanding. Determined to bridge the gap between their worlds, Serafina proposed an unconventional idea. She wanted to spend a night in Elias's world, to experience his life firsthand, to understand the struggles he faced daily. Elias, hesitant at first, recognized the sincerity of her desire. He agreed, knowing that a single night could never truly encapsulate the realities of his life, yet hoping it would offer her a glimpse into his world. One chilly evening, Serafina, shedding her silks and diamonds, donned simple jeans and a sweater. Leaving behind her luxurious penthouse, she stepped into the unknown, her heart pounding with a mixture of apprehension and excitement. As Elias led her through the labyrinth of narrow streets towards his apartment, she observed his world with wide, curious eyes. The sights and sounds, so foreign to her, filled her with a mixture of trepidation and exhilaration. Section 6. Beneath the starry sky. Elias's apartment was small, a stark contrast to Serafina's sprawling penthouse, yet it held a certain charm, a lived-in warmth that resonated with her. Bookshelves lined the walls, overflowing with well-thumbed paperbacks. Paintings, each one a testament to Elias's talent, adorned every available space. They spent the evening talking, sharing stories of their lives, their dreams, their fears. Serafina listened with rapt attention as Elias spoke of his childhood, his struggles, his unwavering belief in the power of art. Later they sat on the fire escape, gazing at the star-dusted sky. The city lights twinkled below, a distant symphony of sound and light. In the quiet intimacy of the night, surrounded by the comforting presence of the stars, their differences seemed to melt away. Section 7. Sharing stories, sharing souls. Serafina shared her own struggles, the loneliness of her gilded cage, the constant pressure to conform to societal expectations. She spoke of her longing for authenticity, for a love that transcended material possessions. As the night deepened, Serafina found herself drawn to Elias's resilience, his ability to find beauty in the midst of hardship. She realized that true wealth lay not in material possessions, but in the richness of one's spirit. Elias, in turn, was touched by Serafina's vulnerability, her willingness to step outside her comfort zone to understand him better. He realized that beneath her sophisticated exterior lay a kind and compassionate heart. That night they shared a simple meal of pasta and cheap wine, the laughter and conversation flowing effortlessly between them. For a few precious hours the outside world ceased to exist. They were simply Elias and Serafina, two souls connecting on a deeper level. Section 8. A Gift of Hope. As dawn approached, casting a soft glow over the cityscape, Serafina knew she had to return to her world. Yet she carried a part of Elias's world within her, a newfound understanding of the struggles and triumphs of a life less privileged. Before leaving, Serafina pressed an envelope into Elias's hand. Inside, nestled amongst a heartfelt note, was a check for $10,000. It wasn't meant as charity, but as a gift, a way for Elias to pursue his art without the burden of financial worries. Elias, overwhelmed by her generosity, hesitated to accept. But Serafina insisted, her eyes shining with a mixture of love and hope. She believed in his talent, in his dreams, and wanted to help him achieve them. The money, though significant, paled in comparison to the gift of understanding they had given each other that night. It was a testament to their love, a symbol of their commitment to bridging the gap between their worlds. Section 9. A Love Transcending Worlds. Their journey was far from over. The societal pressures, the whispers and doubts remained, yet they carried with them the memory of that night, a beacon of hope in a world determined to keep them apart. Serafina returned to her world forever changed. She continued to navigate the gilded cages of her existence, but now with a newfound purpose. She used her voice and her platform to advocate for those less fortunate, to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Elias, with Serafina's support, was able to dedicate himself fully to his art. His talent flourished, his work gaining recognition and acclaim. He never forgot the struggles of his past, often using his art to shed light on social injustices. Their love story became a tale whispered in hushed tones, a testament to the power of connection, a reminder that love could indeed bloom in the most unexpected of places. Their journey, though fraught with challenges, offered a glimmer of hope, a reminder that love, in its purest form, could transcend even the most formidable barriers.